The State of Tennessee Department of General Services Central Procurement Office is pleased to present this supplier training knowledge burst. As part of a series of learning modules, it is designed to provide instruction to both current and potential suppliers on how to conduct business with the State of Tennessee. Please use Mozilla Firefox or Internet Explorer as your web browser when accessing the Edison Supplier portal. Errors have been reported when using other browsers. If your company has never done business with the State of Tennessee, you will need to register. It is recommended that a company be registered in Edison to bid on any solicitation listed with the State of Tennessee. The purpose of this video is to demonstrate that registration process. If you have further questions, please contact the Central Procurement Office.
Click on the link to the Supplier Portal homepage located at the top left corner of the page. In the middle column of the Supplier Portal homepage, click on the Register as Supplier link. Select whether you are registering as a business or an individual, or if you have previously begun registration, select Continue from where you left off. For the purposes of this example, we will be selecting Business. Then click Next. First, enter the tax ID number for the business being registered. Note, if you are registering as an individual, you will provide a Social Security number or other tax ID. Then, enter the name of the business being registered. If applicable, the supplier should then enter their web address. Next, proceed to answer the profile questions. The first involves uploading a completed IRS W-9 form. To upload your completed form as an attachment, click the paperclip icon next to the text box that provides instructions regarding the IRS W-9 form. When the profile attachment box pops up, click the Upload button. If the box does not pop up, make sure your web browser's pop-up blocker is not blocking it. Click the Browse button. Browse your files for the document you wish to upload. When you have located it, single-click that document to select it. Then click the Open button. Then click Upload. When the document is uploaded, you can now add an attachment description. Click into the text box in the attachment description column next to your upload and type a descriptive name for the document. Then, click the Return button. Note, whenever Edison requires you to upload supporting documentation, you will follow the same steps just demonstrated. The second profile question deals with the categories of products or services you provide. Click on the magnifying glass lookup icon for a list. In the Profile List item box, check the checkbox beside each category that applies to your business. When finished, click the Return button. If you selected Other, you will need to scroll to the bottom of the questions and explain the nature of the good or service offered in the comments text box. You may add additional comments related to the other questions here later as well. The next question addresses whether any employees or owners in the business were employed by the state in the previous 6 months. Click on the drop-down to select Yes or No. If you select Yes, the next question will direct you to explain in the text box supplied. Answer each of the following questions as directed. When you reach the Codes section, click the Code Type drop-down. Select UNSPSC codes. Then, click the Code Lookup icon. Click the Description drop-down. and select Contains. Click in the text box and type a keyword to search for the goods or services for which you wish to register as a vendor. In this example, our supplier will be registering to sell motors. Click the Lookup button. Then select the code number of the most appropriate category. You may register for as many applicable UN SPSC codes as are necessary to accurately reflect the goods and services your business may provide. Registering these UN SPSC codes allows you to be notified when new procurements in your selected classes become available for bid. In order to add more codes, click Add Code and repeat the previous steps until you have registered for all the categories you wish to select. Having added additional applicable UN SPSC codes, we can now scroll down and click Next. Click the text boxes and fill out at least the required fields, those marked with asterisks. Once the primary address, including email, is completed, scroll down to enter any other addresses you require. If you have addresses to remit to or to invoice which differ from the primary address, click the applicable checkboxes and fill in all the required address fields. Click the Next button. On the Contacts page, click the Add Contact button. In the Add Contacts pop-up, fill in as many fields as you can, including all the required fields. When entering the name of the company's primary contact person, be sure to check the primary contact box to indicate this designation. When setting up user profile information, a user ID must be entered for each contact added. User ID must begin with the characters TN @. Please note, when your registration is processed, if a requested user ID has already been assigned to another user, an alternate user ID may be assigned. When you complete a contact, click the OK button to add it. To mark the address as primary, click on the drop-down and select Primary Address. You may add as many contacts as necessary. To add more contacts, click Add Contact and repeat the process. When all contacts have been added, click the Next button. Click the Enable Email Payment Advice checkbox. Then click the text box and enter the appropriate email address. Click the Next button. Verify the email address that should receive communications about the registration. Change it if necessary. First, click on Terms of Agreement and read them. Then click the checkbox to indicate that you accept the Terms of Agreement. Review your submission by clicking the Review button. This will generate a pop-up summarizing your registration information. Scroll through the document to review your answers. If any corrections are required, click the pencil icon to edit. When you have completed your review, click the Return button. When you have completed the review, click the Submit button. Once you have submitted your registration, you will receive an email containing your registration number. The approval process may take several business days to complete. Once your registration has been approved, your business may proceed to create a user account, which will allow you to access and update your company information in the future.
Thank you for viewing this Knowledge Burst presented by the State of Tennessee Department of General Services Central Procurement Office. To view additional supplier knowledge bursts located on the General Services website, hover over the Procurement tab and select Supplier Information.